Well, welcome once again to Calaveras Living. On the 25th of May out at Jackson Rancheria, there will be the second annual Ms. Senior Citizen Beauty Pageant, and last year was quite a success. And we have with us today, of course, the whole thing is sponsored by Common Ground Senior Services, and we'll talk about them. But we have with us today Annie Boyce, who works for Common Ground, and also Judy Layne, who's last year's winner. So thank you both for coming.
Thank you for having us.
And we can tell who was the winner because of the crown.
Thank you.
You can't reach over and grab her crown.
Maybe we can share it.
Okay. Now, Annie, you do a number of things with Common Ground, right?
I do. I'm actually their information assistant. I run their senior nutrition kitchen. I do assessment in Calaveras County. And I do fundraisers and public relations.
Wow. Now, could you give us kind of a, well, it doesn't have to even be brief, but a list of the services that Common Ground supply to the residents around here?
Absolutely. Common Ground serves Meals on Wheels to both Amador and Calaveras counties.
Okay.
And the requirement is you just have to be 60 and over.
Okay.
We serve, probably about 3,500 in Calaveras County alone meals. We serve at least 3,500 meals.
Is that a year or?
No, this is a month.
A month?
A month in Calaveras County.
Wow.
Overall, between Calaveras and Amador, we do over 6,000 a month.
Wow. And those mostly volunteers deliver those?
No, we do have a few volunteers. We do have a few paid staff members.
Okay. But that's the principal service you have, right?
That is correct. And our main goal is to be sure that they get a hot, nutritious meal, and they're able to stay home for as long as possible.
Okay. Wow. And when you say you do assessments, what does that involve?
I go out and I visit, and I kind of ascertain what their needs are, and if they need other resources, I would make referrals. It all depends. I mean, because at one time in Calaveras County, and because of our funding, we don't have those programs anymore. But I do have resources that I can refer them to. There's a lot of collaboration that goes on with our seniors and with other agencies in Calaveras. We have a chore homemaker program. We refer that to like Area 12. And the chore homemaker program is where we'll have somebody come in and clean your house. Maybe once every 5 to 6 weeks. And then again, that's to keep you safe. So there's, no obstacles or whatever is in the way to keep you safe and healthy in that environment. And the same thing applies as far as a chore is the outside of the house, making sure fire hazards or, no brushes or anything close by. There is a modern home modification program. And this is Amador, of course. We have where we'll come in and make sure you have grab bars and your railings and that kind of stuff, again, to keep you safe. There's a lot of programs and a lot of resources that we can refer you to. But our primary one in Calaveras is our Meals on Wheels program.
Okay, but your primary support, financial support, is from whom?
We're funded by the Older Americans Act, and it's partially funded.
Okay, federally, huh?
It's federal, that is correct, and it is dispersed by Area 12. Okay. But we're also going through a sequestration cut, a budget cut, where it's thousands and thousands of dollars, and we are feeling the effect of it we're feeling the effect of it now. Yeah. And our whole goal with our fundraiser, we try to have 2 fundraisers a year, 2 major fundraisers, and that again is to keep the program going. We do not want to put any of our seniors on a waiting list. Sure. And so this is why we're out there just really trying to get community support and some type of funding and writing grants. Elizabeth Thompson is very active in writing grants, and I am too, but she's more so. Again, to keep our programs going. We do not want any of our seniors going hungry. We do not want to put any of our seniors on a waiting list.
No, that's good. What are your 2 big fundraisers?
Our upcoming, yes, and then
this is not a great transition.
That was perfect.
Yeah.
And then in the summertime, not the summertime, in October, we have our luau at Utica Park. And it's fun, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's our 2 major fundraisers, the one in Calaveras County at Utica Park, and then at the Jackson Rancheria, the beauty pageant.
Okay, now we'll talk about The winner
Yes.
from last year. And that was, of course, when we say second annual, obviously that was the first time you came
That
up
is
with that.
correct.
Who came up with that idea, Judy? Oh,
Annie did. I did. I did.
she humbly says, "Well, Annie."
Well, I wanted something different, and
Sure.
I wanted something that everybody can get excited about and have community involvement.
Yeah.
So I was still like, I said, "Oh my, this is great," and
Oh, that's
it was
good.
it was
Yeah, a lot
good.
of fun.
Now, how many people entered, Judy?
There were 10 ladies.
Okay,
that
what were the
competing.
requirements? What would you have to be to enter?
60 and older.
But other things, I mean,
No, you don't even have to be mobile. I don't know.
but you not only you appeared in a gown, right?
Yes, we were able to go to the clothes mine in Sutter Creek, and we borrowed dresses.
Oh.
And they were evening gowns. And,
What color was your?
I had a fuchsia colored
Yes,
one
it was
and a
beautiful.
lavender one.
Oh, you had two.
Two, yes.
You had changes.
Yes.
Now, you also had to perform or some way have a talent, right?
Yes.
What did you do?
I performed a kata, a self-defense. I was a self-defense club,
Ooh.
a black belt, and so I performed a kata, and it's like a dance movements type of
But
thing.
I mean, it's a routine of
Yes.
certain specific routines
Yes.
for martial arts. How long you been involved in martial arts?
About 9 years. Took
Wow.
about 9 years to get my black belt. Yeah.
Oh, you have your
Wow.
black belt.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's nobody accosts you on the street, do they? Or you beat up the other contestants.
Yeah. That's how I got the crown.
You got the crown.
You must have been very good at what you did. What were some of the other talents that the others did?
There were ladies that did lip syncing and poems, read poems, and one lady is a docent at one of the museums, and she just went through her routine of
Yeah, it was wonderful.
Oh,
Yeah,
Wow.
dancing. There was
yeah.
Now, who were the judges?
I wasn't sure who.
Oh, I think, well, we had Barbara Yook was one of our
Okay.
judge. Pat Platts. Who was it from this county?
Somebody running for judge.
Yeah, David Singer.
So you had what, 3 or 4 or
We had actually 7.
7 judges? Oh, well, that's good.
Because they were introduced when I was behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So we
Okay.
didn't really know who they were.
All you know is that they made good judgments.
Yeah.
They made excellent
Because you won.
Yes. So
So-
we had 3 and 4 from each county, from Amador and Calaveras
Yeah.
County.
Oh, that's
So,
good. Now, and your MC is
Our MC is Rich Hoffman, who, by the way, was just voted Businessman of the Year in Amador County.
was he voted on twice?
Voted on twice.
No, I mean he's large. So, I knew this would be fun, but he's so good in his commercials.
He's
that
so
he,
wonderful.
Yeah, I hear he's a nice fellow.
He's wonderful, and the Jackson Rancheria have just supported us tremendously. So they're like our biggest sponsors. They're just wonderful to work with.
That's good. Now, what motivated you to enter the contest? Judy?
A co-worker said, you should do this. And so I did. It took me a day to think about it, though. It was like, no way. But okay, I will do this.
Well, you look good in your crown.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Well, and how often I get interested in martial arts? But how often do you work out or take?
Well, once I got my black belt, that was it. I
you
haven't
teach?
done that much. Well, in order to get your black belt, you have to teach some of the
Yes.
students.
Yeah.
So I've done that.
So you hit your goal.
Yeah,
is what it
that
was.
was- yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, that's quite a goal. It's not easy to do.
Yeah,
I-
it was amazing.
I started in my late 40s, and so late 50s is when I got my black
Well,
belt.
that speaks well for your physical fitness. That's good. Now, are you eligible to re-enter this year's?
Well, not this year, because I'll be crowning the next.
Oh, you could crown
Queen.
yourself.
New
No,
one.
but I mean, you're not eligible, but you could later.
That's what I understand. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that's good. Now, how many people do you expect will enter this year?
Actually, we have 8. We have 8.
Okay.
We have 8 lovely ladies.
Now, being over 60 is the minimum requirement.
That
but
is correct.
Do you then audition them for their talents, or you just take their...
No, not at all. We basically leave it to them. They can do whatever talent they want to do. How we look at her, it's just like you're beautiful inside or out. Whatever your talent is, it's phenomenal. It's perfect. And that's just the way it is. Yeah.
That's a good attitude, though. That really is. Now,
So,
there's also, how many people attended last year? Quite a few, I understand?
We had 110.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
It was a good crowd.
Certainly for the first...
For the first year, absolutely. I'm hoping that we hit at least 200. I would love for it to grow, just like the Mills and Wilson Sonora. They had their railroad, but I guess they've been doing that for umpteen years, maybe 12, 13 years.
Well, like a lot of things around here, like Calaveras Follies, and a lot of the things that over the years, once they get started,
Absolutely.
they start growing.
Absolutely.
That's good. Now, is there there's a dinner or hors d'oeuvres or something?
It is, but it's a wonderful. Last year we had it was a nice dinner, but it was again you just have the chicken or the vegetarian and all the wonderful things. But wanted to do something a little different, so we got with the Rancheria, we've got this wonderful antipasta stuff happening at stations, and then we have I think at least 5 past hors d'oeuvres, which is skewers and just really a good variety of food going out there.
Okay, so and this starts. I realize in talking with Elizabeth Thompson that. She says, well, the older people, we start a little earlier, that the no-host bar is around 4 o'clock, and then there's the eat around 5 and the pageant is around 6.
That is correct.
Okay.
That is correct.
Well,
We
that's
all
good.
have to get in bed early.
Get in bed early. That's good. Well,
Yes.
but you hold your age very well. It must be that
Doesn't she
working
know?
out.
Thank
She's
you.
amazing.
You really do.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Everywhere we
always
go,
good.
we go, are you sure? She said, did you check her ID?
That's right. You got to check the ID. You don't think she cheated last year?
No,
do you?
absolutely not.
Did you see a birth certificate?
No, but I need to trust. I trust her.
Thank you.
I trust her. She works in Amador County. She has a lot of friends, and
Yes.
so they know how old she is. If she was not, the phones would be ringing.
somebody would
Yeah,
have told you.
the phones would be
Okay.
ringing.
Now, if somebody wants to attend, where do they get their tickets?
And we have some tickets sold at Campbell's Country Kitchen. And the Murphy's Senior Center have tickets.
Where is that?
The Murphy's
Murphy's?
Senior Center.
Is that
In Murphy's.
who's his name? Steve?
Steve, yes, Steve Schätzlein, yes.
Okay, now I know where it is. Yeah.
Yes.
I identify with people more than
Okay,
buildings.
okay. Well, there are tickets there in Campbell's Country Kitchen, in Valley Springs,
Uh-huh.
and then of course our office in Jackson.
Yeah.
Or you can go on Facebook. Go on the internet. Our website
website?
address is commongroundseniorservices.org, and there's not tickets on sale there, but it gives you the information, our number and stuff. So, just call 209-223-3015.
Okay, why don't you say that one again?
Okay, 209-223-3015.
Okay, and it's listed in the book in Jackson, the numbers also.
That is correct. And we do have a satellite site in Calaveras. If you pass by the Catholic Church of St. Patrick's, you'll see our little sign out there that says Common Ground. And you can call that number. And it's just a little satellite site, but it goes to our office in Jackson.
Okay, good. Now, what the people who are entered, do you know any of them, or they just happen to, appear?
They did. Actually, I advertised, and they just call. They just call. Last year, I was a little bit more diligent last year because it was my first, our first annual one. So I actually probably hit every clubs possible. Calaveras, Women's Network, the Amador County Women's Network, the Mixers, everything, and I basically recruited from that. This one was a little different. We actually advertised it, and we started off with 12. And they just got hurt or got sick, and so now we're down to 8, but it's perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's a very manageable number,
It
though.
is.
Yeah.
It is.
Is there an interview portion? I mean, when Rich MCs it, does he talk to you and give you a question
The
like?
judges gave us questions.
Oh, they
last
did?
year, yes.
What are some of the things they asked?
If you were an animal, what would you be? Something about dental floss. I forget what that was. Yes.
But you didn't do any of the Miss America things like, I
We
want to,
were not allowed to.
I want to, like Josh say,
World peace.
World peace.
yeah, world
yes.
peace and get my own apartment. Okay, so they were kind of just cute questions. Huh?
Yes.
Okay, but that's the cake. And all the judges, they each have a question, or they take turns?
Yeah, they made up their own questions last year.
And then, they all took turns and
Yes.
asked a participant a question each.
That's good. And then when they finally voted, obviously they voted for you. It's on a point system or majority vote, or?
It was on a point system,
Okay.
yes. So we did it on a point system, and that would be implemented again, yes. We will have
So
a point system.
each contestant would get points in answering questions, their appearance,
That's
and
correct.
their talent?
That's correct. Talent, portion, poise, evening gown wear.
Okay. That's, and who, you and
Yes.
Elizabeth put that all together?
Oh,
You
sorry,
did.
Mrs. Thompson, I did. My director is awesome. She really is. She's got enough on her hands trying, to do our budgets and keep the company, keep our seniors
Well,
back.
especially with the budget cuts.
Absolutely. And so my job is to kind of make her job easy and do it where my strengths are, and that's where I coordinate really, really well. and when I'm focused on something, I go for it. And she gives me the autonomy to do that.
Oh,
So
that's good.
thank you.
Well, that's really nice. Well, how many are actually employed at Common Ground at the office?
Let's see, there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's probably about 8 of us.
Oh, so there's quite a few people to supervise and coordinate.
Yeah, there's, but then we have volunteers and stuff, and our thing with Common Ground is like, so we wear a lot of hats. So, there are times where when your staff doesn't show up, you're in the kitchen or, you're trying to recruit volunteers, and it's.
Where do you actually get the meals from for Meals on Wheels?
As we actually get it from a senior provider as well in Southern California. Mm-hmm. And they specialize in meals for seniors, making sure it's got all the daily requirements, at least a third of the daily requirements. We were doing hot at one point, and the Amador company was very expensive with the cost of food, and it just wasn't conducive to, but.
Would you have a storage area, where they're shipped to you?
Yes.
And then
Yes.
you store them?
Yes, we do. We have a freezer section out at the senior center in Jackson that we store all our foods at. So,
Were any of the people you serve able to come to the pageant last year?
yes, as a matter of fact, we have a lady that is actually on our Meals on Wheels program that is participating.
Oh, she's going to enter this
She's
year.
actually, she is one of our participants. And she's so vivacious and stuff. It's just like, okay, I really need you to do this. And she was just so more than happy to do it.
That must have been fun for you.
Oh, yes. Yeah, we forgot that, gee, you might win, Once we started doing, we have a dance, how all the pageant girls always had to do
Come
a
and dance,
dance. And
yes.
so we did that. We had New York, New York is what we danced to.
Oh,
in the
so you had a
beginning.
rehearsal and
Yeah, oh, yeah,
oh,
we
yeah.
rehearsed
there's
many times.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Yes.
rehearsals going on. This is serious.
Yeah, and that was fun. And then then you have your change into whatever your talent you're going to wear for your talent, and then you change into your evening gown for the presentation of each lady.
It's good. What are the what you wear for martial arts? What's that called?
The gi.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's what you wore when
That's
you.
what I wore, yeah.
So that transition from the gi to
To
the
the-
evening
yeah.
gown was like, wow, okay.
That must have been.
Yes.
Oh, did anybody else? You never. This might be out of school, but anybody come close to challenging Judy?
Well, there was first runner-up and second runner-up, so there was 3 winners.
Oh, okay.
So I have a court.
She definitely does have a cord, yes.
That's very good.
Yes, I think our second place winner is Flo, and she's 80. She was 87 last year.
Oh,
Yeah.
gee.
Oh, precious, precious, precious.
Yeah.
She did wonderful. She got up there. She did New York, New York. and-
Oh, she sang
yeah.
it?
Well, no,
Or
she
we danced.
Dance to it.
Yeah.
And just a few little kicks here and there, and there she was. And it's a lot of fun. I promise you, it's a great event.
Yeah, it sounds
a
like
great
a lot
event.
of fun. How old is your oldest contestant this year?
Guy, should you be telling this?
No, probably not.
Oh, okay. Well, you don't have to give
no,
the name.
like, it's okay.
You don't have to.
I believe she's 72.
Oh, okay. Well, that's to me that's
It's a
young.
younger
That's
crowd
young.
this year.
It's a little younger crowd.
Yeah.
Well, no, because I think basically, thinking about it, maybe 65 to 72.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the crowd this year.
Well, that sounds like just so much fun. So, and this 4 o'clock and 5 o'clock and 6 o'clock.
That is correct.
And the pageant itself, what goes for a couple hours?
Probably a couple hours.
Yeah.
Couple
That's
hours.
in the main ballroom there?
That is correct.
Okay. Does Rich come to the rehearsals, or he just shows up for the evening?
No, actually, he did last year. He,
For the dress
For
rehearsal?
the dress rehearsal. He did show up last year for the dress rehearsal. No, I put together a really good program, so I don't really think I need him. He just has to follow my directions.
Just follow your directions, huh? Yeah. Here's the microphone.
Here you go. Just follow my directions.
what I told you.
Here, yes.
Oh, well,
So-
that's really good. Now,
And we're actually giving him a co-host this year. Virginia
Oh,
Manor. I don't know if you know Virginia
no, I
Manor.
don't know her.
Yeah, Virginia Manor is very active in the senior community as well. Does ACCA Lifeline. She's on the board of commission. So she wanted to be Vanna White last year. I go, no. So this year, I gave in. I go, okay, you can be Vanna White this year to Rich Hoffman. So
Okay, so
She
she
will.
will actually help co-host. And
That
did
is
you have any? Is it a challenge to round up the qualified judges you would like?
not at all.
Right.
Not at
It's
all.
easy
That was the easy part.
Oh, that's
Because
good.
everybody wanted to be involved in it. So it was hard to say no. And then Elizabeth Thomas was like, okay, no. You cannot keep inviting people. No. But no, it was pretty easy.
Oh, that's good. Well, this sounds like a good deal.
Thank you. Yeah, it's wonderful.
What haven't we learned about
Excuse
common ground that the people out there might be interested in? I think Meals on Wheels is the same thing, and your assessments and your tours.
That is
all
correct.
that.
But also, we have other programs in Calaveras, and gosh, we're really working hard to just bring more resources to Calaveras as far as transportation, in Charter-Maker, which we do have in Amador County. Transportation is such a big part for our seniors, especially in Calaveras.
Yeah.
That's something we would love to see here. But Campbell's Country Kitchen is in Valley Springs. Patty serves, oh my gosh, probably over 300 seniors a week. And that's part of our program. And it's for socialization. You just have to be 60 and over. We want you to get out there and socialize. Our program is all suggested donation.
And people
Awesome.
come to the kitchen, huh?
Come to the restaurant, Campbell's
okay.
Country Kitchen, to have, a hot breakfast or a hot lunch. She's open, I believe, from 7 to 2. And so we encourage that. We want them to go out there and just have a nice hot meal. If you can't afford to donate, it's okay. This is why we're here. This is why Judy's here. We just want to see our seniors get out and just enjoy a nice meal and meet other people.
And when you say transportation is a challenge or a problem, that's for
It's-
them to get there or for you to go and pick them up? Or
Well, no. When I say transportation, there's a lot of seniors in Calaveras that need to go to the doctors, they need to go shopping. There isn't a transportation program for them here.
there's no system.
There is no system. Well, not just a system, but Common Ground last year had a transportation program here where we staff members will come or volunteers will come, pick them up, take them to the doctors, take them out of county to the doctors, take them to the grocery store, pick up their prescription. Unfortunately, we don't have that here, which we do have in Amador County. that's just such a need there. I would like to see funding and that program brought back to Calaveras County.
Okay. Yeah, there's a chance of that, though, with some of the grants that you write?
Our director is really working hard on it. She was working on the TRIP program, and so we're really hoping that's something that, would definitely come back to Calaveras County.
Okay. Now, the volunteers, when they go out and, pick up a prescription or help someone shop or something, they supply their own transportation and are reimbursed, or what?
At this point, there really isn't anything out there right now.
They just volunteer and give their time?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's actually probably, there's so many people who like to do that and
There
are
is,
good
but
about
also with the gas, the need of the gas and stuff
Yeah.
out there, it's not, I wish we had more. I wish we had more, but that's a program I would really, really love to see just really go well in Calaveras County because it's so important.
Or considering how many people you serve, there are a lot of people
It's
in
amazing
need.
people are not aware of it, and just, I was just staff meeting today, and I was just telling Elizabeth Thompson that I'm probably signing up just in Calaveras County alone. Last week, I think I did 7 signups last week.
Wow.
And so, the milk count, of course, is going to go high. And then today, I signed up 4 just today. And, so it grows. It just keeps growing. The need just
Yeah, the need
it just keeps growing.
That's good. Now, just in
Yeah.
closing, any advice you have for this year's contestants, Judy?
Just have fun. Just relax and have fun. Once we started the whole, the pageant itself, it was fun. I didn't realize. Once
Yeah.
we got through the rehearsals and that kind of thing, and then it was like, wow, I'm
Yeah.
enjoying myself.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't hurt to win either.
Yeah, that's true.
But
Icing on the cake.
congratulations, you look good in your crown.
Thank
Yes,
you.
she does.
Do you get to keep that?
That's what they say. Yes, they say.
So you've
my
had it for a
crown.
year. You might as well
Okay,
keep it.
all right.
You wear it around the house?
Yes, my sister says I do. Yes.
That's great.
Hey, well,
That's
sure good to
great.
see both of you. Thanks again.
Thank
Let
you
me tell
so
everybody
much.
again, once again, this is May 25th at Jackson Rancheria, and starts at 4 o'clock, and then there's a no-host bar. Then at 5 o'clock, there's good things to eat.
Absolutely.
And at 6 o'clock is the pageant with some, hopefully, contestants as good this year as last year, and challenging the reigning queen. But it should be a lot of fun. And,
Yes.
and you give of course, it's in the book, Common Ground.
That is correct. Or call 209-223-3015.
Very good.
Thank you so
Well,
much.
checks in the mail too.
Thank you, John.
Oh, our pleasure, and thanks a
Thank
lot.
you. Thank
And we'll see you next time on Calaveras Living. Bye-bye.
Bye. See you at the pageant.